Good evening. Welcome to a somber week, depending on who you support. The URC Chumps podcast. Um, yes, Jacques. I can see. I'll douse my life in milk right now. Enjoy your strawberry milkshake. But yeah, how you doing, man?
Well, you saw my status today. It was 43 degrees. They can close the hell now. Hell can be closed. I'm done with summer. Winter can come. Yes, winter is coming. Can't wait for it. But
I was 24
otherwise,
and rain.
yeah, rain can also. We had a couple of drops, but that's just to make the earth jealous. That's all.
And make it extra humid there in Natal.
Agreed. But
Yeah.
the Sharks won. I'm happy. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Listen, I said it last week. We weren't going to beat Toulon. I even called it. We were going to lose by 10, and we lost by 10.
You called it.
So I called it better than your 20-odd draws that we're still waiting for.
The Free State drew 20 all.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, why you got your 20-odd draw? Um,
Somewhere it's happening.
I think that maybe that game was fixed. They were like, Jacques keeps saying 20-odd draw, so we are going to give it to him.
We remember that annoying referee from Bloemfontein. We have to give it to him.
Yeah, from his days in Bloom. Yeah.
Correct.
But I mean, let's go through some of the games so long. Darragh's not joining us. Unfortunately, the man called him. He has to go into work. Child
Bake a
slavery.
few cakes.
Your child slavery. Um, we started the weekend off with La Rochelle and Bath. Um, yeah, that game in 2024 it looked pretty closer than it probably should have been for La Rochelle, considering their record in the tournament. That was in the Champions Cup. Then the challenge Montpellier versus Dragons at the Dragons. I was a bit disappointed in that result for Montpellier, even though they won. I was expecting them to be a lot better than that.
What was the score?
14-18 to Montpellier.
That's ridiculous. That's not supposed to be. That's just now. If you
That's
want
too
to talk
close.
about match fixing, that is match fixing.
Yeah.
Because that's not something, especially not if you take the URC where the Dragons are on the log and the bunch of players that's playing for Montpellier. And you can't even blame it on an off day because I think that Montpellier's third team you can still beat the Dragons with at least 20 points.
Yeah. So I mean, that for me was a bit, but I mean, it seemed a bit close on Friday because Edinburgh and Gloucester came to 15-10 to Gloucester flipping Edinburgh, who have just signed an extension with Duhan van der Merwe until
I saw,
2027 World Cup. So
I saw
what
that.
a way to, yeah, you signed for us, now we lose. Though it was away. It was across the border. Um, then of course we also had the sevens, which I was at, so I actually paid attention more there. The France USA game, France running away with it. USA looked like there was a few sparks, but yeah, Kenya versus Australia. I watched that game. Oh, sorry, the France game was 50-12, bro. In 14 minutes, scoring 50 points.
Yeah, but
Two
what
points in
was that?
total.
What was the other score? 75, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm just talking about on the day. Australia versus Kenya. Kenya put Australia 19-12. The team probably with the best logo for sevens, Great Britain. Pipped Uruguay 33-15. The Blitzboks beat Ireland, who looked like they were fast asleep on the day.
Do you have perhaps stats going back at least 2 years saying the amount of times that the Blitzboks have beaten Ireland in the last 2 years?
I will try and
I
find
think
that
one.
for next week.
I think one, and that was this weekend. I don't think we've beaten them.
Yeah, I'll look for that next weekend so we can either give Darragh something to brag about or cry about. New Zealand pipped the USA in quite a close game, 19-17. Spain beat Kenya then 14-7, and I was expecting a little bit more from Spain considering how they were the weekend before. Fiji, this is the game you're talking about. Fiji beat Uruguay 77.
Okay, that's the one.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Because I still said to myself, the way Uruguay also played, I think it was last week, the attacking, just the entire structure this year. It's same as Spain. It's something to look forward to because it's very entertaining rugby, and I like it to see from all these smaller tier nations that's coming up.
But I mean, you're going up against Fiji, and Fiji's known for their sevens. I mean, you're more thinking Fiji's going to win the tournament rather than in sevens than in 15s, because they bring that brute force and that pace all into the game. Then Ireland went back to sleep again, losing to Argentina 29-7. Dude, I'm sorry. They looked like they were half asleep. They were so slow. They looked so flat-footed in Cape Town. France then beat New Zealand 47-15.
Yeah, that was something I didn't expect.
Oh, yeah. Well, the World Sevens Player of the Year wasn't even there.
The GOAT.
Yeah, the GOAT wasn't there. Anyway, Spain pipped Australia 19-14. Fiji beat Great Britain 17-12. And the game I was, to be honest, worried about, and that was I was sitting there watching while I was watching this Stormers game, the Blitzboks versus Argentina. I was a bit concerned about it, but we pipped them 29-5 on the day.
It was a good game. I must say
was
that
a
was
good game.
actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think Argentina scored within the first minute, and I thought to myself, "Ooh, something here is happening." And then I don't know, it's as if the foot just went onto the pedal for the Blitzboks, and it was a good game.
Yeah. Then going back to Europe and with the Champions Cup, we actually had a 0 score. Clermont versus Benetton.
28-0, I think it was.
28-0. Yes. Then the game that we can talk a bit about, because I have some issues with a certain South African winger. The Sharks versus Exeter Chiefs. 39-21. As much as I was glad the Sharks won, and I had predicted the Sharks had won, if you want to, I can bring up my Super Brew stats and it'll show you. That move that Mpimpi did after he scored that try, that should get him he shouldn't be able to play this week.
Yeah, that push, that was completely unnecessary. It's cynical, it's stupid, very, very unprofessional, especially the way they rate him as the top world class in domestic rugby. You can't do that. That's stupid. And I agree with you. They can suspend him for the rest of the year. I think it's only one game left though, or two games.
Yeah.
I think they still play on the 21st as well. But anyway, I think it was stupid. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you representing the Springboks, you part of this squad that's won 2 World Cups. You need to hold yourself to a higher level. But a good talking point about that game was Sia at 8. Again, looking like he had so much fun. Like it almost looks like he's a youngster enjoying his rugby.
Yeah, well, he started off as an eighth man.
Yeah, as you said, that's where Rusty
Um,
saw him first.
yeah, and it's always good to. No, he is a bit old and he's getting this renewed bit of energy, which is a good thing. And although I don't see him making the next World Cup, I'll say give him his last couple of years. He hasn't faded away as yet. He's still playing fantastic rugby. He's still on it, and so far I don't really see youngsters that'll that'll be able to step up to take his place. So while he's on top form, I'll say give him a go.
No, I mean that's what I said. It almost looks like he looks so much younger. I mean, bro, what's happening off the field? He looks like
Mm.
he separated the bad from the good of his life, and he's being a professional. Might not look like he's suffering off the field, but on the field, he puts whatever Sia Khaleesi, the family man, at the
Yeah,
changing room, and he plays Sia Khaleesi, the rugby guy, on the field.
100%, and that's actually one of the things that makes him a proper sportsman and a real ambassador for the game. Not just because he's a Springbok captain and all that, but the way that he is able to divide his personal life and his professional career, which is a fantastic thing to see.
Mm. I mean, I've heard rumors that it's not happening, and then it's happening, not happening with all the stuff off the field. But yeah, but I mean, otherwise, a good result for the team. Um, Saul Fester did have something to say about the offside line that both teams were approaching both of it.
Yeah,
But yeah, you know what? It went both ways, so you can't really be upset about that. But like I said, Pimpy shouldn't be playing. If I was Plumtree, I would be benching him myself, going that is uncalled for, and I have taken a stance because that is not what I want in my team.
100%.
Um, then we had Northampton Saints versus Castra, 38-8 to Northampton Saints. Then the game that was quite exciting, Toulon versus Stormers in PE.
Talk
Stormers
to us.
going up 14-10 at halftime. I thought, hey, this could change it. We looked like we struggled a bit in the beginning, got our feet and everything. I will be honest, they were doing a little bit of off the ball stuff, which they did get penalized for at one point. I think it was called Dickinson said, no, that's a penalty. It was a few others in this week. I think it's the next game that we'll talk about as well, but um, and everything like that. I saw some comments on Facebook that first hit on Marnie Lebok by Villiers, where they were like, "That was illegal." No, that was perfect. That was textbook hit. That is how
Yeah.
you want to train kids to tackle. It was perfectly on the chest, ball and man, which managed to dislodge the ball, which then came and they managed to get that try, which then put them in the lead at that point.
Mm.
Um, I will say the red card was a red card. Again, on social media, I saw the fact that they're like, no, but Hartzenberg, if you watch Hartzenberg, he's actually running away from him.
And if you take it with the new laws, yes, I don't know how to express it, but usually you're not allowed to change your line. And in that case, you can see that he can see that the player is coming towards him. So he's actually moving out of his way
Yeah,
so that he can open up the line to him. And when he pushed him, also stupid. Also, I agree, red card.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, when I saw that and I was watching, I was like, okay, cool. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, did Hartzenberg maybe affected? And I was like, oh, I wonder if Marnie, but I was like, that's red card straight away, the way Marnie went down. Then when I was watching, but then I saw Hartzenberg kind of opened up for him to run past.
Yeah.
Didn't impact anybody else's running, but also at the same time, it wasn't like I run this way and then I run this way, then I run this way. It was a straight line. So for me, it wasn't changing his line anyway whatsoever. Left it open. Some might say, "Oh, but he went down because of the push." But you pushed the play. Why did you need to push the play? Why wouldn't you just wait? If he hadn't pushed the play, he probably would have been able to take Marnie cleanly, and it would have been a different story. But anyway, but talking about that, I hope Marnie's doing a lot better. That is a very scary hit. Watching him trying to get up afterwards is not a pretty sight. I know he spent the night in hospital, which is something that most HIAs don't happen. In fact, most of the people don't actually go to the hospital straight during the game, but he did because of that hit. And I hope that he comes. He's all right, and all the best to him. Unfortunately, we lost Jason Dixon due to HIA as well. So, but he's luckily he isn't as bad. He was. I think I heard he was able to travel home. So that's a good thing. Marnie had to stay at least a day or so extra, if I read somewhere. I could be wrong. Because he wasn't quite hundreds travel. But yeah, but as I said, I called it on the dot. I said we are going to lose by 10. We lost by 10. I'm surprised it wasn't a little bit extra. But you know what? Watching this Toulon side, it wasn't the Toulon in their heydays with the likes of Mitchell, Brian, Habana, John Smith, Joe Van Niekerk, Buckies, and all them who almost played a cleaner game. It almost reminded me of Toulon from after the 2007 World Cup, and I still remember reading Victor Matfield's book because after the 2007 World Cup, he stayed to go play for Toulon when they were still League Two, and he still said there was a couple matches where him and Gregan used to just sit back and watch everybody fight. He said it was basically a fighting club. It wasn't actually a rugby club because these guys ended up fighting, and the professionals that they were just like, nope, not getting involved. Sit back. And it was their current owner that turned around and said, no, he wants but it looks like it's almost going back to that, how can I say, brute version of rugby that everybody got. South Africa doesn't do that these days. They're almost going with the brute. They're trying off the ball things. They're trying to get you to niggle and react.
Yeah.
But yeah. Then the other game that we need to talk about, cards, Munster versus Stade Francais.
I didn't watch that.
I didn't watch it either. I have asked Darragh, which I'll put at the end, for a voice note with a picture of him so he can put his 2 cents in with the game. So he can at least be part of this episode.
He did say when he's finished he'll join, but I don't know what time.
Yeah. That hits on Omani, that was a red card. That was straight red card. Don't care. Swinging arm, came in, head contact.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. They're on the touchline.
Yes. Then I know I said yellow card for the second one because I still said Omani influenced it to make it a little bit safer. Yes, I did think picking up here beyond the 9 was wrong. Though watching it a few times over, I can understand why it was red. But in the moment, I thought Omani had influenced it to make it not too dangerous. That's why I was like, no. For me, it was a yellow. Of course, it would be nice if we had the bunker system because as a ref, I would have gone yellow, review, walked off.
You see, the way he picked him up, you could have seen that there was only one intention.
Yeah.
And luckily, there was somebody there to stop it a little bit, but the intention was there, and I think that's more the reason why the red card was given. It's because the ref saw the intention of what's happening here. Even though there was somebody that came from the side and made the fall a bit easier, but the intention was there to hurt that player. And so I also agree with that red card.
I don't know if it was to hurt the player, but it was a bit reckless to go and almost
Yeah.
get ready to pick him up for a power bomb. So I mean, yeah, no, but like I said, a couple of times when I watched it over and over, but I was like, okay, I see the reason for the red card. But when I first watched it via like highlights, I was just like, oh, it could be a yellow. But
Yeah.
when you spend a bit more time watching the angles, you're actually like, no, okay, I see why that's a red card. But yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Saracen versus Bulls, or do we just move on so your girlfriend doesn't get upset?
I watched a little bit, and I sent her a message and I said, "Listen, babes, I'm sorry about the Bulls, because I think I switched over and it was on the 77th minute, and they were trailing by 22 points to 5, and I can't believe this." Anyway, and then I just said, "I'm sorry." So I didn't even watch highlights, nothing.
Glasgow versus Sale. Again, I didn't watch it, though I'll talk a bit that I know from Sale now. Glasgow Warriors put Sale 38-19. So I mean that was a huge thing. But I recently read there's a whole thing that Sale and England are trying to preserve Tom Curry for the next World Cup. So they have him
I
doing
read that.
stem cell therapy for his injury, which okay, but will he still will it help him with what you call it understanding Afrikaans when someone shouts it at him? We will never know. Then we had then we had Racing versus Harlequins, and Racing coming out on top there 23-12, which is something I kind of expected.
Yeah, me too.
Especially with the level of players. Then Bayern went up against the Scarlets, beating the Scarlets by 17-16.
I don't know. Are those two teams not in the same league?
No, Scarlets is with us.
Yeah. I mean,
on level basis. Yeah, but don't forget, this is the Challenge Cup.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm
Black
just trying
Lions.
to,
Yeah.
because they're not that good. That Beyond, what's it, Beyond, however you pronounce it.
Bayern, yes. Then Black Lions from Georgia went up against Venice and beat them 22-19. Leon versus Cardiff. I was expecting Cardiff to win. Cardiff messed up my weekend because they lost 37-26.
Oh.
Connacht versus Zebra. Yeah, it's the same as URC. And then we had Mexico versus Cayman Islands, and Mexico went 45-14.
Oh, well done. Cayman Islands, at least they scored points.
Arriba. Adele. Vámonos. Then carrying on was Palioese versus Newcastle Falcons. They went up 32-19. Cheetahs versus USA Perpignan. I have no idea why they're called USA Perpignan, because that sounds like American company owns them. Yeah. But anyway, that is your 2020.
Finally, I got it.
And the game that surprised me, Ospreys versus Lions, which did get changed due to Hurricane Darragh, and no, not from our Darragh, a hurricane that's somehow named Darragh as well. They had to move it, and everything. But yeah, and then it was the semifinals and the finals. It's in Cape Town, where the Blitzboks finally won and claimed their throne in Cape Town.
After 9 years.
Yes. And then Leicester Tiger, which was the one that actually surprised me, went down to Bordeaux Beagles. And
Yeah,
then,
that's a bit unexpected.
yeah, Toulouse with the World Sevens Player of the Year, who wasn't even in Cape Town, even though he's the World Sevens Player of the Year, went up against Ulster and they won 61-21. Then a very all-star packed Leinster with the Barrett, who after the game apparently was crying about the fact that South Africa is no longer in the Super Rugby. Apparently, he was very upset when it happened. It sounded like he was crying when it happened. Went up against Bristol Bears, and they won 35-12, which was kind of to be expected.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it wasn't how will this happen? But yeah, I mean that was last week's rugby and everything with a bit of news in there. I'm still waiting on some news on the Stormers. They're talking about Yuri Matthew starting this week. To be honest, he is a decent kid that I'm not too upset about. He's pretty good. He's got some decent skill on him, and he keeps it basic. To me, he's better than Hendrickson. I would have given him a nod over Hendrickson, because he does his work. He doesn't try anything funny, and he's got a bright future. He's almost like almost plays a bit like Pollard.
All right. I don't think I've seen him.
If you watch a few Stormers games, he has been in a few. But yeah, I know he played last year. His debut was against Leicester.
Do you think I will watch the Stormers?
No, but
Thank you.
Played you. See, I am a rugby fan. If it's on, I watch it. Like I told you, my wife says sports is my first love and she's my mistress.
Yep.
I better keep quiet too much. She could come in.
Yeah, I was about to say you'll just see a hand there coming. Da!
Connection lost, no signal. But anyway, this weekend we started with Sail Sharks hosting racing. I can't wait for Sail to come to South Africa and come to Cape Town again, just so you can hear people shout "fit cunt, fit cunt, fit cunt." And just FYI, YouTube and Spotify, it's KANT standing for side.
Correct.
Yeah. And I got the Super Sport bet. What's it called? So home is got a 1.33 winning percentage, or draw. Draws 21, so 1 to 21 for. So if you bet $10 and they draw, you got 210.
I'm not a betting man.
Yeah, so no. And away is 1 to 3, 1 to 3.6. Then we got Castro Olympic going up against Munster, and the betting odds are in Munster's favor.
I would assume so, yes.
I will go Munster will win. I don't have any more betting stuff here. Sorry, guys. Super Sports didn't update their thing. Edinburgh is hosting Bayonne Neas. I think Edinburgh is going to pip it this week.
I think so too, yeah.
Your girlfriend's team. Oh, I got the ooh, those odds do not favor in their favor. The Bulls versus Northampton Saints.
Victoria, right?
Yes. Home betting odds is 1.22. Away's betting odds is at 4.5.
What?
So the bookies have got it that Northampton Saints.
It's going to take it.
Oh, sorry, no, that's the other way. There's a lower chance, so that's why it's a higher. I do apologize. So
Yeah,
it is in favor
I
of
was
the
about to
Bulls.
say.
Yeah. So
My baby,
I,
I love you so much. I am going for the Bulls.
I will also say the Bulls. If Darragh was here, Darragh would probably also say the Bulls.
Yes,
Uh,
I believe so.
then we have Ulster versus the Bordeaux Beagles. I'm gonna go Ulster.
Yeah.
Then the game that we need to talk about: Leicester Tigers hosting Sharks. Andre Pollard versus Jordan Hendrickson or Masuka. Home is
I
at 1.22. Away is at 4.5. I have to go with the Tigers on this one.
nah.
Listen, I went against my
I'm
own
gonna
team last week.
no. With my heart and soul, I'll go for the Sharks, but I don't think they've got it in them. Hope they prove me wrong. I love to see the challenge that comes up, whether it's Hendricks or Masuka playing. I want Masuka to play actually because I think he deserves his chance.
Yeah.
And what better way to prove yourself against the current number one fly off in the world, in the country?
In the world, even. He's better than
Yeah,
He's better than Finn Russell. Who's
who's
apparently
Finn Russell?
the Scottish dick. G pig.
I I know
Like
who
shop.
he is.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But also don't forget they got Checker as well as their coach, and he knows half those players from the Springboks.
Yeah, 100%.
Uh,
But like I said, I think it's not going to be easy, especially away. But like I said, I hope the Sharks do take it. But I think in the end, Leicester's they're gonna take it.
then we got Leinster hosting Clermont. Do you even want to know what the betting odds are for that?
I don't want to know.
You're more likely to win the same amount of money with the draw with the other games than you are with them. Leinster sitting at a 1.03 if you bet for them. If you bet for Clermont, it's 1 to 17.
Holy!
So obviously the bookies are saying Leinster's going to win.
I think it's going to be a tight match. I think so.
I still think Leinster's going to take it right now. They carry on. Then we got La Rochelle versus Bristol Bears. Sorry, don't have stats for that.
No,
La
Shell
Rochelle.
definitely.
Yeah. Oof. Ow. This hurts. Harlequins versus Stormers at Harlequins. I have to see the team, but heart and soul as well. I have to say Stormers, especially with the fact that they got Marcus Smith as their 10, who looks like he's a bit overweight. And I'm sorry, when he was playing for England, he looked like an overweight clown. The
Hey, I'm
bookies.
jealous. I'm very jealous about that clown's hair, dude.
Trust me, I think I like your hairstyle better than his. Harlequins are sitting at 1.08, so 1 to 1.08. Stormers are sitting at 9.5. The bookies are going against the Stormers, and this is from SuperSport Bet themselves. But
Ouch.
I think the Stormers are going to take it. I think they're going to come back. They're going to want to put some fire in their thing. I heard the whole thing that it sounds like Dobson's going to pull a Sharks move from last year. Not doing too well in the one and go through and do the other one. Then in the Challenge Cup, we got Montpellier hosting Ospreys. Definitely going to go with Montpellier there.
Yeah.
Zebra versus Lion. Yeah, Zebra. That's my sister-in-law.
Hi, sissy.
Jacques says hi. I'm gonna actually go with Lion with this one against Zebra. Zebra's at home.
Yeah, but come on, it's Zebra. Well, they did club Munster, so
Yeah, but
I'm going for 20-all draw. Just put it out there.
Sorry, I don't know what the betting odds were for that. Lions versus Paloese at Ellis Park. I think the Lions are going to come back with some vengeance.
Yeah, me too.
Then Venice versus Gloucester. I'm going to go with Gloucester. Cardiff versus Cheetahs. There's a game we needed.
It's
Cheetahs are fresh.
Cardiff. Yeah, Cardiff. I'm sorry. I don't think the Cheetahs are on the level. But where they're playing in Amsterdam or Scotland?
Wales, Cardiff, right?
I'm saying Scotland, Wales.
Yeah.
It's actually not too far from Ireland, from Amsterdam, is it?
Yeah. No, it's literally English Channel. Just it's like driving from Fishhook to Paul.
Oh, I walked that road so many times. Not all the way there, but the Fishhook road. I think actually it's gonna be a tight one, but I don't think that the Free Staters got it in them to beat them.
I am going with the Cheetahs. I'm going to support the South African team. So yeah, there we go. Then we got Benetton versus Bath.
Bath.
Actually, the bookies are also going with Bath, but it's pretty close. 2.7, 1 to 2.7, compared to 1 to 1.5 in Bath's favor.
Yeah, I think Bath has got the better structure, better players. I think Bath is going to take it.
Don't they also have South Africans in their scrum? So yeah,
probably.
Then again, that's going to be quite interesting. Stade Francais versus Saracens.
Oh, I'm actually looking forward to that. I'm going to watch that one definitely.
That's at 3:00 on Sunday.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch that one.
Stade Francais is 3.1 to 1 to 3.1, and Saracens 1 to 1.4. So the bookies are saying Saracens, but
so we're going Saracens.
I'm thinking more Stud, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
They're playing in Stade Francais. That crowd, and also I don't like Itoje, so yeah, you can lose. After what they did to the Bulls. Then we got Toulon hosting Glasgow Warriors. I'm gonna go Toulon.
Definitely.
Yeah. Exeter Chiefs versus Toulouse. Then in the Challenge Cup, we got the Scarlets hosting the Black Lions. I'm gonna go Scarlets.
Yeah.
Then we got Perpignan hosting Connacht. I'm gonna go Connacht.
Agreed.
Newcastle Falcons versus Dragons. Falcons.
Yeah, I'll also go with them.
Yeah, then that's the week's what you call it. So I mean, we got some decent rugby. No internationals this week whatsoever. None of the tier 2 nations, but some serious rugby happening this weekend, and then we go back to URC next week. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm working Saturday till up until about 2 o'clock, and then from there it's going to be bed, TV, rugby, all the way till Sunday.
I will be cleaning up my snorkeling equipment while
Sounds
watching.
like fun.
Yeah, crayfish season opens up on Monday. So go vang 'n bietjie kreef.
Ach, lekker man.
Yeah. So I'm going on Monday to go do that. So while cleaning my stuff and making sure it's all tightened and cleaned and everything, I will definitely be having my phone up or my daughter's iPad and watching.
Oh, maybe next year I'll come from a holiday down there by you, and then we can go snorkeling a bit.
Yeah, I got an extra set. I don't have fins or wetsuit that for you, but definitely got the mask and
Telling me I'm fat.
I said wetsuit. I only have one wetsuit, which is mine. Unless you can squeeze into my daughter's one, which is an extra
You
small.
can give it to me. You can go Kolgat. I'm sure it'll fit onto my leg. Yesterday that the winter can come, eh? Yo.
Didn't you have a storm yesterday? That's why we postponed. Was partly because
we had the winds. It was massive. It literally felt like the roof is flying away. It is 10 to 9. It is still 31 degrees. At 10 to 9 at night.
It's like just 19, 18 degrees right now. Yeah.
Just dropped down to 29. Can you see it? No.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. It's ridiculous.
No, flip. Oh. But yeah, I mean, this week, I think there's going to be a bit more to discuss when we get a little bit more outcome. I haven't heard anything regarding the red cards that were given this past weekend.
Yeah, I also haven't seen anything.
Yeah, so we will be able to cover that a little bit more next week. We'll have Darragh back, which means we'll probably have a little bit more banter because the youngster likes to put his nose in it.
He does.
But we will definitely be having him at the end of this, giving his little takes on the weekend with hopefully a nice selfie that he sends, not a ugly one. I don't want to see anything.
Do you think it's going to be possible to send a nice one? Just asking.
Oh, if it's one in the church while he's talking on the pulpit, so it looks like he's preaching.
Well,
about that.
Good days.
I will also say, yes, this week has been a killer. This month has been a killer. I am ready for holidays. It just needs to come. But the only problem is I have to wait another week.
6 more days for me. Then I'm going to travel all the way to the Karoo to go see my parents for the first time this year.
Is your girlfriend going along?
Unfortunately, she has to work, and it was technically her Christmas, her parents' Christmas. But I got a video from my father that made me change my mind.
Is he okay?
Yeah, no, everything's fine. It's just he sent me about a little boy that wants to buy flowers for his mother, but he doesn't have enough money. So the guy walks past him and says, listen, well, he walked into the flower shop, ordered a dozen roses for his mom to be shipped to his mother. And as he walks out, he said, listen, and he saw the boy sitting there. And he said, don't you have money? Because I want to buy a rose and I don't have enough money. And he says, yeah, come, let's go. Come in. He buys the rose. And as they walk out, the boy says, can you take me to my mom's house? He says, yes. And they drove past the cemetery, and he put the rose on his mother's grave. The guy right there turns around back to the flower shop, cancels his order, drive 250 miles to his mom's house, buys flowers, and gave her the flowers. And right there, right then, I decided, I haven't seen my parents in a year. I'm going. She understands.
I won't tell you how long I haven't seen my parents or anyone in my family. But there is reasons for that. And like I've said, they don't want to reach out and call me. I'm not going to be the one that reaches out and calls them. Because I'm tired of being that person.
Yeah, don't worry. I also got to that point in my life. 100%.
Yeah.
But
I don't make time for people that don't want to make time for me.
100%. Especially when I stopped drinking. As I stopped drinking, my friends went from way over here to non-existing.
I was always available. Just didn't know if you sometimes just go like, I wonder what he's doing.
I was actually wondering sometimes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but well, we didn't have numbers and only on Facebook, and I wasn't that active on Messenger to talk to anybody. But then again, same thing. You don't talk to me. I'm not gonna reach out. There's no ways. So
I was following you. I was following your ref career.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Always good to have a fan.
Yeah, I was busy like, I was like, I wonder when he's gonna make it big. You can still make it big. Get it done. I want to be a water boy.
I am in the process of getting fit so that I can make the Natal panel. That is my goal for next year. There's a lot of people that tell me that I can't do it. I'm going to show them. I can. I probably won't make it international, but my goal is to get onto the Natal panel. And once I'm there, who knows? We'll see what happens from there.
Yeah. I don't mind. I'll come be your water boy. I'll run onto the field with you.
It's always fun to do that.
It would be a very... People might think I have a disability because I can't run because of my knee. Here comes this person hobbling across the field.
At least they're going to think, well, at least they do something for charity as well.
So you're saying I look like a charity? Okay, so got it.
You said it, not me. I was just... Yes, sorry. I am that one friend that always takes the conversation to the next level.
Yeah, I'm one of those. I keep a filter on here because we don't want to get banned and restricted. But I'm also one of those, like, if you don't like the fact that I'm unfiltered, I don't care. There's the door.
That is actually what I love about my office. The first couple of days, because I sit in a building and I think there's about 6-7 of us. And in the beginning, I'm just checking out, looking out, just checking. And then a couple of days later, I just went full on. And then everybody's eyes went up. And then I realized that all of them are the same as me. And now we just have fun in the office. Fun times.
I actually have people call me like, I need a laugh from my work. And so when they do testing purposes, and so they call me to help test them, but they're like, I need a laugh. Make me laugh, please. But anyway, fellow champions, have a good one. Be safe. Enjoy the rugby while it lasts. It's a bit of a hectic rugby because, yes, it is challenge and European Cup. But yes, it's a great weekend. If this weekend bored you, we are sorry. It is that time of year. Those of us who actually work are tired and exhausted. But yes, fellow champions, be safe, keep well. Peace.
Cheerio.